Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Another day, another free game. Humble has actually got a great free game available right now, so I want to point your guys' attention to that. I know the Steam Summer Sale has begun, but even with as massive of a sale as that is, getting a game absolutely free does top a game big on sale, and it's a great game at that. On top of that, I want to cover Nvidia having inventory problems on their GPUs, but it's not what you think. It's not an inventory problem in the sense that they have a shortage of GPUs. They actually have excessive stock right now, and then I also want to talk a little bit about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, a game that has comfortably taken second place in terms of the Battle Royale genre, and it does seem like it's falling off a little bit. And would you look at that, for the first time ever on Steam, this game is discounted. The game losing a lot of its player base and the game being discounted around the same time, I don't think this is coincidence, so we'll talk that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about the free game over on Humble. You can get a free copy of Shadowrun Returns Deluxe. This is a game I've talked about quite a bit. It's a great top-down RPG by Harebrained Schemes, and stylistically, I really like the look that this game has going on for it. Like a lot of titles, technically speaking, it's not a juggernaut in the PC world, but just the presentation and the look that it has, it's very different, and I find it a game pretty easy to appreciate for its visual prowess. Now, you do get the Shadowrun Returns Deluxe Edition. This includes the base game, the Anthology DLC, as well as the Shadowrun Returns Soundtrack DLC. Humble has the standard price listed at $24.99. Realistically speaking, this is not a $24.99 game. This game has been a part of Humble bundles in the past, but still, if you've missed out on it in the past, I would highly recommend you to check it out. A game that's very easy to run as well, and all you have to do is go on Humble's page and then link your Steam account, and then you will get a key for Shadowrun Returns Deluxe Edition. As I've mentioned in the past, if you do not have your PC yet, at the very least, just go on, make a Steam account through the mobile app, or whatever device you're using, make a Steam account, and then add all of these free games to your library, because then when you get your gaming PC, you'll have a gigantic library of games to go to. So make sure you give that a look. Again, link is in the description box down below. A great tactical story-driven RPG, and it's going to be free for the next 2 days or so. Moving on from that, we've been talking a lot about inventory issues, Nvidia GPUs being super expensive, AMD GPUs being super expensive, but it looks like things are starting to normalize. If you guys have been keeping up with GPU prices, I even do a series on my channel called GPU Market Watch, you'll notice that GPU prices are really beginning to stabilize and get back to norms. They're not at norms yet, but I feel like we're closer than ever to a world where GPU prices do not cost an arm and a leg. Well, there's a new report coming out from Semi-Accurate, and they reported on the Nvidia GPU inventory issue yesterday and cited excess inventory in the channel as the primary reason for new gaming GPU delay. The issue is so severe that one of the top Asian OEM partners reportedly returned 300,000 GPUs to Nvidia. Now, just when you hear inventory issue, you would think that it would be an issue of them having too few GPUs to ship out, but that's not really the issue. Actually, it looks like Nvidia has overestimated the demand of their GPUs. There's a pretty good article over at seekingalpha.com, and it kind of puts it into layman's terms. Essentially, Nvidia overestimated gaming demand of their GPUs and then underestimated the impact of the declining mining demand. At the end of the day, I'm not too worried about the financial issues of Nvidia. I have no stock in Nvidia, nor do I care all that much about how their bottom line goes. What I'm worried about is GPUs being available more readily at more consumer-friendly prices. Honestly, if they're having excess stock issues, that probably inches us closer to that reality. For those of you that have been enjoying this series, I will be uploading another edition of GPU Market Watch very soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you follow that series, you'll notice that pricing of GPUs has just gotten better and better over the last 2 months or so. And finally, let's talk about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which at one point you could make a legitimate argument that it was one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game on PC. And while it still does have a very steady player base, it's definitely fallen off a little bit. Now, PUBG has also reached a total of 400 million players worldwide. That's mobile, Xbox, and PC included. And to celebrate that, they're actually discounting the game. I believe this is the first actual significant discount on the game. It's being discounted by 33% on Steam, and it's down to $19.99. However, it doesn't seem like this discount has really jolted up the player base, as it's still dipping and dipping. I'll put a link down below in the description box that has a graph of how the PUBG player base has altered over the last year or so. You can see that it peaked around January 2018, but now in June 2018, it seems to have lost half its player base in that 6-month span or so. Obviously, with the emergence of Fortnite, a free-to-play option, and one that actually runs pretty well, the necessity for gamers to just check out PUBG has been diminished greatly. Now, PUBG is a different game than Fortnite. Personally speaking, I'm not a big fan of the Battle Royale Royale genre entirely, but I did play both PUBG and I did play Fortnite, and I honestly had more fun with PUBG, but I do understand the complaints. The performance in the game leaves a lot to be desired, even with someone that has a higher end rig. The game's performance is just not up to par, and then you look at a game like Fortnite, with all of my anecdotal experience talking to friends that have played that game runs very, very well, and when you look at Fortnite as well, that's a game that's not only available on Xbox, not only available on PC, but it's available on PS4 as well. Now it's available on Nintendo Switch. That game inherently is just going to have larger growth through word of mouth because so many people are playing it, where PUBG, it is suffocated by the fact that it's only on PC, only on Xbox One right now, and from everything that I've heard, the Xbox One version is really, really bad, and even if you're playing on an Xbox One X, the performance leaves a lot to be desired on that end as well, and then if you're playing on the base Xbox One, I've heard that there are crashing issues galore. Now, the game still is in early access, it's a part of the game preview program on Xbox, so I guess you could give it a slide that way, but the fact of the matter is, when there is an option that works rather well, that's just going to impact PUBG more and more. But for those of you that do want to check out the game, 33% off on Steam. You can pick it up for $19.99. It'll be interesting to see where this game and the entire Battle Royale genre as a whole goes in the next 6 months or so. We have COD Battle Royale. We have all of these other new IP Battle Royales. Battlefield is introducing a Battle Royale mode. I don't believe that's at launch. But if you're a fan of Battle Royale games, there's a lot of reason to be excited. I just think we're going to see a wave of brand new Battle Royale experiences in the next 6 months to a year. And then people are going to get sick of it very quickly, but obviously there's going to be that 1 or 2 Battle Royale experiences that people are going to latch onto, and I think everything else kind of falls to the wayside. But that's just my opinion. If you want to check out PUBG, again, 33% off. You can check it out for $19.99. That is going to conclude this video, guys. Remember to check out Shadowrun Returns. I'll leave a link in the description box down below. It's a great game. You can get it absolutely free. And for those of you wondering, yes, I will be covering the Steam Summer Sale very soon. Just figured a free game is better than a game on sale. Nvidia looks to be having GPU inventory problems. They got a return of 300,000 units. That is quite significant. And PUBG, is the game dying? Has the game peaked already? Or is this a game that you're still into? Do you think I'm being over dramatic? Well, we do have statistics and it's hard to go against that. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.